If you own a Wyze Cam 2, you might be wondering if you should upgrade to the Wyze Cam 3. Well, in today's video, we're going to be doing a comparison of these two cameras to see if it is worth the upgrade, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Steve from the YouTube channel Steve Does, and I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org. So if you are a Wyze Cam 2 owner, you might be wondering if it is worth upgrading to the Wyze Cam 3. If you currently don't have a Wyze Cam, then definitely get the Wyze Cam 3. And that's primarily because they're going to be phasing out the Wyze Cam 2, so the 3 is going to be the only one available. But for the same price, the 3 is going to have a lot of cool features that we're going to be going over in today's video. Now, the biggest feature added to the version 3 is that this camera is weather resistant, so this one can go outside. Now, I have seen some pictures and videos of people putting the Wyze Cam 2 outside, but it's technically not rated for being outside. So also want to mention, for the purpose of today's video, since the Wyze Cam 2 is not weatherproof, I will not be testing that one outside. All of the comparison footage that I show in today's video is going to be of indoor use, comparing these cameras together. Now, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. With that said, let's get started. So the biggest thing that's actually missing from the version 3 is that on the back of the device, it no longer has a USB port. Now, this is important if you have the Wyze Sense, which is their small little hub that plugs into the back of the version 2, and that controls all of their door sensors and motion sensors. Now, since they've removed the USB port on the back of the version 3, Wyze is actually going to be introducing a standalone hub. This hub is going to allow you to still use your Wyze Sense devices, but it's no longer going to be attached to the camera. And according to the Wyze website, this device is coming soon. Now, comparing these cameras together, they are both 1080p cameras. The Wyze Cam 3 has a wider viewing angle at 130 degrees, where the Wyze Cam 2 only shot at 110 degrees. Next up, we have improved frames per second. So with the Wyze Cam 2, it shot at 15 frames a second during the day and 10 frames a second at night. With the new Wyze Cam 3, we're actually going to be shooting at 20 frames a second during the day and 15 frames a second at night. Some other cool things with the Wyze Cam 3 is that they're actually going to be coming out with accessories for this camera. One is going to be an attached spotlight. So this is going to be a spotlight you're going to put on the top of the camera that will be triggered on and off by the motion of the camera. Another amazing upgrade with the Wyze Cam version 3 is their new colored night vision with a starlight sensor. The version 3 has a 1.6 aperture, where the version 2 had a 2.6 aperture. This is going to allow it to capture 40% more light than the version 2. All right, so now that we have taken a look at the features of both of these cameras and what is new to the version 3, let's take a look at some demo shots between these two cameras. All right, we're testing out the Wyze Cam version 3 right now. This is what it looks like. We're about 4 feet away from the camera, but this is what the audio and video looks like with the blinds closed during the daytime, which is typically how it would be if we weren't home. We'd have all the blinds closed. This is what it would look like. Move back up 25 feet to show you guys what it looks like. If I walk all the way back here, like I mentioned, this is 25 feet away from the other side of the room. So this is what audio is looking and sounding like. So this is me about 4 feet away from the camera with the blinds closed at nighttime. I'm going to back all the way up and go to 25 feet again to show you guys what the camera looks like. Version 2. All right, a little bit different of a setup here. We've opened up the blinds just to give you a little bit different idea of what the lighting does to change these cameras right here. So this is with the blinds all the way open. That was at about 4 feet away. We're going to back all the way up to the 25 feet. And this is what you're looking at about 25 feet with the blinds open. All right, we've now got the Wyze Cam version 2 with the blinds open, just to give you guys an idea. This is what it looks like close, and now we're going to back up farther away. But this is what it looks like from all the way back here with the Wyze Cam version 2. All right, now that we have seen what it looks like during the daytime, let's go ahead and take a look at what some night shots look like with both of these cameras. And just just like that, it is nighttime. So here is the Wyze Cam version 3 that we're testing out right now. This is with all of the lights turned on, but this is later in the day, so I want to show you guys what it looks like with all the lights turned on. So there we go, from about 5 feet away, we're going to go all the way back up here again. So we got about 25 feet, what it looks and sounds like. All right, now we've switched over to the Wyze Cam 2. We're there about 25 feet. We'll come all the way up here to show you what this camera looks like during the nighttime with the lights on. Let's turn off all the lights and take a look at what it looks like with no IR sensor on. All right, I tested out the cameras with the IR turned off. You couldn't see anything for both cameras. So we're not even going to do that test. This is with the IR sensor turned on. So this is the Wyze Cam version 3. This is what it looks like at about 5 feet away. Let me back all the way up. We're going to go all the way back here to the 25 feet. So this is what it looks like across the room, 25 feet with the night vision turned on. All right, we're now testing out the Wyze Cam version 2. This is with their IR sensor turned on. About 5 feet away from this camera, we're going to back up and see what it looks like all the way back here at 25 feet. Hopefully you guys can see here. Cam version 2, 25 feet away. Now, another thing to mention with the Wyze Cam version 3 is that it also has a Siren. What it does is it actually takes the speaker that you would use for two-way audio and it simulates a siren that you can trigger through the app. Now, according to the Wyze website, both cameras are compatible with your Amazon or Google Assistant displays. So let's test that out right now. Show me my Wyze Cam V3.
Okay.
Show Wyze Cam V3.
Sure. Streaming Wyze Cam V3 on Office display.
Both of these cameras allow you to set up detection zones through the app. So if you do have an area like a tree or bush or flag, something that is triggering the camera a lot, you can set up these detection zones to omit that motion that is happening in these cameras. Now, I know I mentioned I wasn't going to do an outside comparison with these cameras, but you can set up both of these cameras to view out a window to the outdoors. Let's take a look at a demo of what both of these cameras look like shooting through a window. Okay, so there are a couple ways that you can do this. For this setup right here, I just have the camera set on a box, pushed up as tight to the window as possible. You want no gaps in the window. What I've seen other people do is take the metal plate that comes in the box, attach it to the window right here, and then you can attach the magnet right here and face the camera right out the window that way. Okay, so here is some perspective of what the cameras are looking at through the window during the daytime. We've got the Cam 3 and the Cam 2. Now we jump over to the night shot with the Cam 2. You pretty much can't see anything at all. You can see a few lights that I have outside, but now jumping to the Cam 3, it is a night and day difference. You can see so much more, and remember, the infrared lighting is off. Another improvement with the version 3 are the mounting options. So even though both of these cameras come on the same swivel stand, the version 3 now allows you to use a screw to mount this to a wall. In addition to that, you can take the base all the way off, which is going to expose a 1/4-20 mount to allow you to use other types of mount to mount up this camera, which is a great feature. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on these two cameras right here. The version 3 is obviously better than the version 2. They've made a lot of improvements on it, but is it worth the upgrade? Now, I would say that if you want these cameras for better night vision, or just if you want the quality to just be a little bit better than what you're currently running for $20, I would say that these cameras are worth the upgrade. Now, if you're using the camera to just keep an eye on a pet or just pop in on your house here and there just to make sure everything's okay, you're probably okay sticking with the version 2. But from what you guys saw of the demos, what are your thoughts? Are you going to be upgrading or are you sticking with what you have? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to know anything more about Wyze or Wyze cameras, check out the link below to reviews.org. If you guys want to see more from me, check out my YouTube channel, Steve Does, where I do a lot of other cool tech reviews. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. As always, I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org, and I will see you guys in the next video.